Hi, my name is Glenn Smyth, CEO and founder of Fragile to Agile. If you haven't watched it already, we recommend you watch the overview video to this series before you watch this. But by way of providing you context, this video covers the fifth step in this process, shown here, determining the target state for your technology in your organization, driven by and traceable to the desired business intent from step one. See video 1 for more detail on that step. The outputs from the other steps we covered earlier, business capability model, operating model, and current state assessment, are also key inputs to this step. The target state determination step delivers the vision for where your technology needs to be to support your strategy, desired business outcomes, or in marketing parlance, it's often referred to variously as either your North Star or beacon on the hill for your technology. In Fragile to Agile's view, there are three components to this target state: the target state pattern or model, target state solutions architecture, and target state technical architecture. Let's go through them all. The first component is to select the right target state pattern for your organization, with there again being three basic patterns to choose from: best of suite, hybrid, and best of breed. These are generally well understood concepts, but by way of a quick summary, best of suite implies that we look for the best solution for an organization's core capabilities: ERP for a lot of industry segments, core banking system for financial services, customer and care management for aged care. Then the default position for the target state is if the capability is supported by that solution, then we use that solution for that capability, unless there's a very good reason not to do so. This may mean that the solution is suboptimal for any given specific capability, but we're willing to take that trade-off to reduce the complexity, integration requirements, etc. Basically, this is lower cost and lower risk, but with less business value and a less ideal business fit. At the other end of the spectrum is best of breed, where one looks for the best solution for each individual capability. As you would expect, this is the opposite characteristics of best of suite, in that it is a more complex technical environment with material integration requirements. But it does deliver greater business value and greater flexibility, but at greater cost. As the name implies, hybrid is somewhere between the two extremes. So typically for any given organization, you might lean more towards best of suite or more towards best of breed. The second component of the target state is the target state solution architecture, which in simple terms is an overlay on the business capability model, showing what solutions are required in the target state and what capabilities each is to cover, as shown here. This is typically a blend of existing solutions being retained from the current state as is, existing solutions being retained but changed in some way, either through an upgrade or expanding the solution to cover additional capabilities it doesn't currently, and of course brand new solutions that are required in the target state. For former two, the actual solution is named, e.g. Salesforce, but for the new solutions, we only select the class of software at this stage: enterprise content management, digital experience platform, what the actual product selection included in the roadmap execution phase. It is worth highlighting that for a solution for capability can of course be to simply outsource a capability entirely to a third party, in which case you're more interested in the SLAs, etc. for the capability than the actual technical solution used by the third party provider. The diagram here again depicts an example of a target state solutions architecture for a unified operating model where all the capabilities are standardized. See video 3 for more detail on standardization. For the coordinated operating model type, where not all capabilities are standardized, then there are different variants of this diagram. One depicting the target state for the standardized capabilities, as shown here, and one for each individual business unit for the non-standardized capabilities, depicting the solutions required for those capabilities for that business unit. An example of that is shown here. The third and final component of the target state is the target state technical architecture. This diagram depicts how the solutions will work together to achieve your business intent. This diagram is generally very specific to the organization, but again, there are basic patterns that apply to each of the target state model types, best of suite, etc. And is also materially impacted naturally by the industry segment, where you also have standard patterns, e.g. ITOG convergence for utilities or other asset-intensive industries. A simplified example of one of these is shown here for a power company, in this case adopting a best-of-breed target state model. One addition we'd like to make to this diagram at Fragile to Agile is to add some explanation of the key features of that target state and then linking them back to the strategy or business intent. An example of this is shown here with the stars depicting the link to the strategic outcomes shown on the bottom. This diagram is perfect for explaining the target state architecture, basically telling the story in business-friendly terms of why this target state's required. Thank you for your time. Hope this was of interest and value, and please subscribe to our channel for more videos.